recording. Yeah, we good.
We're good. Good morning, gang. Good morning, Michael.
Morning.
I saw you 3 hours ago. Welcome back to the Batcave. My name is Ben.
I'm Michael.
And we are the Lorekeepers of Poznan. We are here, Quest Tour 3, Day 2.
Yep.
Top 32. Looking more haggard. Looking older, wiser.
Oh, yeah. Older, definitely.
And we are commentating on our first game. They are currently just mulliganing out. Now, we have very exciting news in the sense of yesterday, we watched a 6-year-old in our final game of the day.
Yes.
She came second in the junior tournament. She has a slightly older sister who won the junior tournament, but also qualified for the top cut. So we actually have a junior player playing in the big leagues, and I absolutely love this. So we're going to actually very kindly agree to let us use that as game one. And we are watching, I quite like those tartan sleeves.
Yes.
Something that I didn't want to talk about live on the stream yesterday. It stunned me actually. Playmats. The amount of Lorcana playmats we've seen.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
A lot of the same ones, but people love them.
Yep.
In the streams we watched yesterday, the matches we watched yesterday, even the local matches, no Lorcana sleeves.
Oh yeah.
No Lorcana sleeves.
Yeah.
I mean, I know other card tournaments have that as well, but even Pokemon, you're guaranteed to see a few Pokemon sleeves.
Yeah.
Even Yu-Gi-Oh, a few Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves. Maybe Dragon Ball Z, a few Dragon Ball sleeves. Lorcana, zero. No one's playing Lorcana sleeves. Interesting.
I wonder. I'm not gonna make that joke. Alright, I'm gonna quickly adjust because we hardly have information about directly who's playing. Wait, we know, but we need some reference information. Actually, the guy on the right, I think it's Pendzi.
Yeah.
And I know him from a couple of tournaments. I think it's from Wrocław.
I'm pretty sure.
Those sleeves are one of his main things. He always plays with them.
Nice.
And he's a really nice player. Really nice to chat to.
Yeah, I think we've actually seen him potentially play one of the streams or games we've commentated on before. So, the time is going. The teams are lining up.
We need to be really quiet.
We need to be really quiet, and we are away. Now, straight off the bat, one into, and we are getting followed up by a follow-up. A very standard draw from both players. So we know one of them is using steel. It is a steel song deck. I can see that new Gantu that you are quite fond of.
Yeah.
And then we have the
purple.
Possibly, definitely purple. But I'd throw. We've confirmed 2 of the colours, and we can confirm the third on the left. What it is yet, we don't know. Off the rip, and that's the damaging that we're going to have on the situations that we saw yesterday potentially, which is the control decks have to fight over who's going to be controlling, right?
Yep. Right, that's it. Alright. It's a green purple, my friend.
Another green purple.
Damn, nice.
Okay, let's see we go. The 2 drop Diablo and Chernobog follow is probably quite a smart play.
Yes.
Because at this stage we are in the.
There's like it's not infinite amount of spells that
exactly
they can play.
We talked about this with some Steel Song players yesterday. It could actually be as low as actually 10 songs.
Yes.
So going wide now is a strong play. Good ball state management from the young player, from the junior player. She's just making sure that he's tracking his lore and keeping the trackers updated for us.
Yep. Just setting everything up. I'll be back in a second. Oh, I'm doing it live. Nice.
He passes. He gets the 2 lore from the Smee, which is not a bad situation. He might be likely playing that Rapunzel, which is we've seen. Obviously, he's been a big fan and a big option for a lot of players this week and this season. But we'll see what he plays next. She has a lot of options. I'm seeing a Banzai. I'm seeing a Banzai.
Yeah.
Interesting combinations of cards.
That's the card that I was fan of at the beginning. But to be honest, unfortunately, it kind of fell off for me. Yeah, there's a Quest of Diablo.
Did she?
Yeah, Quest of Chernobog. Do you want to draw a card from this? I would think you should right now.
She may also want just knowing what she's up against. What bounce targets?
Yeah.
And
spacing out her target threats.
Yeah.
I also think with these junior players there's a lot more variation and, for lack of a better word, creativity in what they're going to play.
Yes.
So actually, you would quest the Chernobog and use trigger its ability. I would quest the Chernobog and trigger its ability, but she hasn't, and that will throw off her opponent.
Yeah. And also, there is a line when you do not take a card from Chernobog. You kinda put yourself out of just losing it for free, but your opponent needs to spend some resources to actually take it out. So you are putting them in a very difficult position by making them choose, okay, do you want to spend some resources of me not getting a card, additional card, when I know that you want to wheel, or do you just ignore it and I just quest of it?
Because right now, realistically, and actually another thing is, will he want to take down Chernobog's followers with a direct attack?
Yeah.
Does he want to waste the songs on these lower risk targets?
Yeah.
Probably not. But he has to have that consideration at this point.
Oh, wait. What? Okay, I need to fix something, sorry for that.
May want to just lower the webcam because there's a lot of empty space behind us, but I'll worry about that later. Us here in the back cave. Quested out, she now readies up, draws her card for turn. Good. We talked about this earlier. Good. Again, good table manners.
Yeah.
Took the card, single card, did the 4, like it's only one. Not like the Jedi. Was it the Jedi? This is not the droid.
That's one of the things that I noticed from players also yesterday, and I think I'm gonna try to adapt that. So I'm like pretty sure that it's a 1 card. Yeah.
What? For 4.
3, it's a
3.
bouncing Chernobog. Chernobog is the Chernobog is the.
I mean, it's not a bad sink into Horus. Lawrence.
Yeah, and that into.
With another Lawrence on the board, there's an opportunity there to quest for 7 next turn.
Yeah, you know what I would consider, maybe diving with a Chernobog into Lawrence, sorry, and then
I just did that.
Yeah.
Why would you call him Horus?
Then putting Fox into it, so we lose Chernobogs, but we leave the threat of the Fox there. But then there would be an easy exchange of a Smee into Fox. So yeah, it's she's keeping his law. Nice, thank you very much. And that's a big Robin.
Hard cast for Big Robin.
That's a.
Now the
for her at least.
She hasn't got a ton of removal to get rid of that.
Yep.
But she does draw. So he decides not to quest out, but to just hard trade into the Diablo with the Cinderella. No loss for him. She just has to draw an extra card.
Yeah.
But again, not another bounce target, which purple.
Exactly.
He's just seen her do that with the Fox. Oh, that's an unfortunate ink. She inked Elsa there.
That's interesting. She's preferring to have a board state before before answering her opponent, which is actually a viable approach. The problem that I'm seeing right now is her opponent is just running out of the game.
That is the issue she's seeing. Calhoun.
That's Calhoun. That's a Cinderella.
Yeah, that's not a surprise if she did just bounce out.
And we also noticed there was a Rapunzel, so if she decided to only put some damage on the characters, it's going to be an easy draw of the cards for Pendzi.
Elsa in her hand. I think unfortunately she doesn't necessarily have the build that she wants.
Yeah.
And I don't think
it's a very tough game for her, to be honest.
I think take Horus out as a threat. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, there's another Elsa. Okay.
But Horus is now is no longer a threat.
Yep.
Not a bad play, reduce the momentum.
Okay, yeah.
She's most likely bought herself. Yep, good turn, because it means that he hasn't got an evasive to sink.
Yeah, the problem is that now she doesn't have any bolt bursts.
That's
so,
yeah.
It's hard to play against that because he can just west until the end of the game, basically now.
It's
4 low this turn, going to 16. She needs to remove at least 2 characters if we do not consider anything being played. That's a big threat. Even if now this Rapunzel comes down. Oh, there's
interesting. That must be purely to deal with.
Yeah, with blue header. Yeah. And also, Pendzi is now threatening lethal. She needs to remove all 3 characters, or at least Robin and something else.
You can definitely ditch the Cinderella.
Yeah.
The Calhoun. That 1 resist isn't a lot. It's enough.
But the 2 lore from banish, that's a problem. You cannot open your ramp.
Yeah, sorry, but it meant in terms of removal, sorry, that 1 resist is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's all she needs to not be able to move. Oh yeah, we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
We do need to adjust the camera, it has ended up high, I think. Oh, our producer, I just realised that's producer. We'll get her to maybe lower the webcam towards us. Is this a tough matchup?
Yes.
No. Yes. But we've seen it run.
Yeah.
We've seen it run. So I'm not worried.
But there is that thing of spies in. What was the? Why they are talking?
I don't know.
Is that father trying to talk with the player?
But he's a Magic player. He knows what he's getting himself into. So I'm going to stay well out of that.
Well, I think the father knows that the game is over right now, basically.
But she's playing her out. And
yes, exactly. That's good.
Something we can't fault any of our players for ever doing.
Yes.
We look good doing it.
There is a Google Tamago, there is another Elsa, but unfortunately, as I said, there is not enough board presence.
But she's respectfully playing her out.
Yeah. I don't know what. Is there any out?
I think she's ran every simulation.
Yeah, she cannot take out Calhoun with the Elsa directly. The Bengi is 3-3, so he cannot take it out.
I think there's also an education piece here.
And that's a game 1.
Game 1. I'm going to quickly run around and just adjust it because we have about half a foot of space above our heads. So I'm going to
sure. Live production, everybody. Okay, so we saw the game 1 won by Amber Steel player. Looks like we are in Japan and everything is shaking. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Ben just asked me if I want to join the Chaos Shield now.
That's better.
Yeah, we get ready for the second game. What do you take from the first one? I think looking at least at what we saw from the Amnesty player, it is a hard matchup for her. It is really unfortunately a hard one.
Particularly this version or this build as well.
Yes, yeah, the aggro exactly. Because the normal steals on someone you can outpace them. The problem here is the aggro version is just quicker than you, and also has a removal that you don't have.
Aggro beats long term, mid-range beats long term, no. Sorry, aggro beats long term, mid-range beats aggro,
Yes.
And it's mid-range.
Yeah, that's the usual way.
And unfortunately, it does appear that she's playing a bit more of a mid-rangey version, mid-rangey to long late game version of this green-purple version deck style.
Yep.
And he appears to be playing the more aggro version, which is why she's not lost her outs. The outs are still there.
Yeah,
just a bit spicier than she'd like.
She's not out of the game completely.
Not by a long shot.
Yes, but she needs a good draw. She needs an absolutely good draw.
And she could benefit from him having the lesser good draw.
Yeah.
They are shuffling out, dealing out, and we'll go from there. Looking around the room, it's a much quieter day. However, we definitely have more than 32 players sat here today.
Oh yes, there are some side events that we have today.
And that is obviously proving to have a successful run.
Yeah.
I am seeing a lot of players shuffling. It does appear there were some quite quick game ones down the board. We still have another 42 minutes on the clock.
Oh, nice.
And it does look like we've actually had some quite quick games.
Yeah.
We have a beauty of we get to interview the players.
Yeah.
And because we're not live streaming, we don't have to do what the US were doing us to us last night, but we have to magically just invent a game from a different timeline.
Please do not remind me. That was something, at least. All right, let's get back to the table. So we are after Mulligan. They're shuffling cards. Pendzi, I think, is still deciding what to give. He doesn't. That's one of the more thing. Another thing, he doesn't have to decide before the opponent because he's going second this game. I hope so. I think so.
By the fact that she's now aggressively hard shuffling already with certain cards out, suggests to me that she's already mulliganed out.
Yes.
So
one question: could you please reset the counter for them? Can I please ask you?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So, one very important rule that you can try to take advantage of the information that you get is the first person to announce how many cards they are mulliganing. Oh, I just unmuted.
No, sorry.
The first person to announce who is how they are mulliganing, how many cards they are mulliganing, it needs to be the person who is starting the game. So if you go first in that particular game, you should say first how many cards you mulligan, and your opponent have all of his rights to wait for you until he does anything with his mulligan. That's something that you can do. You don't have to. It's not like you are forbidden.
Interesting. I'm seeing a cursed merfolk. It does appear she has an aggro line in this deck.
Yes, I think she just didn't do it.
No, but
yesterday.
That means she needs to hit that aggro line.
Right. So we have a cursed merfolk. All right. What do we see? There is a Simba. Yeah. Also, Pendzi is a guy who is known from playing his Mufasa. He is the Mufasa player in the community, at least here in Poland. Oh yeah, that's a very good reminder that maybe we are. Yeah, that's a little bit better.
This is the issue when we have. When did we last go to sleep? So how much sleep did you get last night? Friday.
Yes. Yeah. That's a line that I'm also playing. So like putting effort on just playing 2 additional 1-drops in the second turn, that also puts the Steel Song player in a very peculiar position when, you can chat down something. But I have other cards.
This is an interesting demonstration of psychology. I just leaned to get a better look at the hand. Like for some reason, the flat image was going to have a better angle if I do that to see more cards, which was going to help me somehow.
It's the same when you're driving on a simulator with a steering wheel. And you're trying to lean into the corners.
I'm not seeing any songs currently, which is a great outcome for our player on the left here, because without the songs, she can just cause a bit of trouble. Calhoun, unfortunately, is a bit catastrophic in this deck match.
Yeah, I think now there is a decision if we want to exchange Cinderella into that cursed Merfolk, if we want to let it quest one more. The problem and the angle there is if we exchange, we doesn't have a singer on board, which is very problematic for me, as we saw in the first game. If I have a singers, I can easily take control of the board. Yeah, there is an exchange.
He has to discard something. He has to discard the
Cantu. Yeah.
Great card in this aggro is that, and actually, I would say possibly a bit. No, I guess with the foxes would be the main threat here.
Right, it's a quest for 2. Yeah, so you're just going full all in. There's a Banzai. Okay, what do you want to do with Chernobog, please? Okay. Okay, the things that she learned from the first game is that she didn't had any problems with her hand. We are really sorry.
What I was going to say to you, just while the players kind of decide what they're going to do next, we need to find the Sharpies, but I think we should get them to, even though they may have already signed a card, but they should sign it with the word top 32 written on it. Yes. And then we do the next one, top 16, and do it that way.
That's a spice. That's a dog.
Dog.
So, I don't know. Do you remember this card?
No, it's set 2, right?
Yes. No, I think it's set 3.
Okay.
Let me pull it up for you. So, dog is a character that. Wait, let me look forward. Quest for 2, and blue one. It's 2/3. Whenever this character quest.
Interesting. It's very powerful in this aggro setup, because actually you could get to drop maybe extra singers for free.
Yes.
Or more important singers earlier for less.
Yes.
That Diablo.
Yeah.
Bounce out.
Back.
I would.
That's into Calhoun probably.
Yeah,
that's
important.
It's a too big of a threat right now.
And you also know your opponent's having issues with draw mechanics.
Yes.
Which Steel Song doesn't really have unless they play a whole new world. He hasn't shown any world of showing songs at the moment. Doctor 3 actually could sing out, really. Could sing out some couple songs for you too.
Now, playing Mufasa, for example, for 5, or Gantu. Because playing for 5 is...
that's a lie.
That's painful.
Judge. Just a...
Yeah. That's...
Great line. Interesting line.
That's really painful. That's really, really painful.
That's the often issue with Steel Song players. They say getting to Cindy is so difficult. Happy can sing a lot of the songs you want. Storm Raging Fire, get a Storm Rage on. And if you're not, quest for 2, and then get Cindy out of turn early. That's an interesting line that unfortunately nobody was expecting.
Yep. That's Genie.
And he just took out the Banzai for free.
Yeah. And now that Cinderella, if I have any songs, she can just attack.
I think he's just drawn. I think he's just drawn his first song. But he's evasive. Doesn't matter if you can't hit the Genie anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he gets it.
Yeah, but questing for 3, it's really accelerating him.
She's a nightmare to eliminate.
Yeah.
I had looked at this card because I played Goofy, the new Goofy that when you quest give ward, and I have tried to look at a world where Cinderella questing for 3 with that resist and giving it ward just being unstoppable. It would work with Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, Cinderella, come back, my baby.
The problem is that without the shift line, she's a really big. Oh yeah, and there is that Mufasa. So Mufasa is a character. When he's banished, you reveal the top card. If that's a character, you play it immediately for no cost, but exert it into the play.
We have a local player called Mr. Rooks who once used that on me
we managed to pull out a Chernobog for free.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was testing your. We don't talk about Bruno, and he had no cards in hand, so it was Chernobog straight into discard. And I've never seen a man go from haha, oh no.
Oh yes.
I have to say, fascinating Steel Sun deck.
Yeah.
Fascinating. We talked about
Very
this.
different.
We talked about this yesterday while ranting about the Americans. We said that the issue of red-blue is there is not a lot of variation in red-blue.
Yeah.
There is a good version of it, and you have to stick to it. And then we
Yeah.
talked about other decks have just 20. There's extra cards, all these variations.
Yep.
We said you can normally go. He's playing this deck. Guess the first 10.
Yep.
Guess the second 10.
Yep.
So you're up to 20 cards. Guess 25.
Yes.
And we're like, you can do that for some decks. You can do that for some others. He's playing with those cards that you would guess between 20 and 25.
Yeah.
He's playing with all of them.
Yeah.
Which means, have you got wild cards? Yes. Which ones? Yes.
All of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And also that Gantu, we didn't see him play, but it's also the line with a dog.
Yeah.
10-4 Gantu. 4-3, West of 3. Damn. That I think unfortunately right now, that Cinderella basically broke the game. Because the green red, the green purple, the way I'm seeing it right now is that she doesn't have the answer for her beside Bella.
Here's the problem.
Bella.
That dock is still here. That dock is still questing for 2.
Yeah.
Still, what's the stat?
Yeah,
line?
exactly.
What's the stat line?
2-3.
2-3. That's not an easy card to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in a very bad spot right now. Unfortunately, she has a rabbit. Yeah, so that is the line. And now playing the bell. Yeah, that's a bell. But what do you want to do? Yeah, exactly. Where do you want to put it?
I would move it to Cinderella because it goes around the resist, right? It doesn't apply to the resist.
But Cinderella with a dog, that's also a very valuable target.
I think he's top decking. Is he top decking? No, he's got
3 cards.
3 cards.
Yeah.
And I did see he had Storm in his hand, so he's not going anywhere. I'm seeing players getting up and walking around. Have we had a 20-minute top 32?
Did we? No.
They may not have had. They may have had.
Yeah, maybe they are friends or
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all for it. If we can knock this all out in the next 3 hours, lads, good luck.
Yeah.
Nap
And sleep a
time.
bit. Yeah, exactly. Raging Fire. Second Raging Fire going to be...
I guess he's at the moment the cards he sees in plays aren't really threats, and he can quest out for 5.
Yeah, just put the pressure on. Just put the pressure on. She's in the position when...
Yeah.
You heard that. Okay, you guys didn't hear that, but the cat just casually said, okay, yeah, okay, okay. We've... Yeah, I think she's a bit broken.
Honestly, standing ovation to her. Yeah, she's played absolutely phenomenally, has a great deck, understands how the deck works.
Unfortunately,
there's an experience thing. You need to just learn these games.
To be honest, for a green purple, what's the worst matchup you can have?
Yeah.
It's a steel,
a more controlling control deck,
and amber. To be honest, I think right now with this aggro line, that's your worst absolute matchup in any combination. If the amber steel is a slow one, if the amber steel is a fast one, maybe with the slow one you can do something.
I have to say, I am watching an extremely, extremely anxious dad.
Yes.
And I love it and I hate it simultaneously. Simon, get off Path of the Exile. Get out there, play some. If you watch this later, Simon, I saw you.
That's a good game. Do it.
Yeah, no, but
do it. We have a character to level up, man. Oh my god.
Where are these from?
You are lovely. You are lovely. Our producer brought us some content to create. That's nice.
We could just do a couple short videos.
Yeah.
Make that short energy go. Oh, come on.
That's really
come on,
tough.
girl. I don't think you're out.
I feel, to be honest, I feel really bad about her, but also really proud in the same sentence, because it's really it's really unfortunate, the situation she's now in. But also, I would be proud. I would be just proud of her just getting there, you know? Just reaching the top 32. Basically, like if we look at it, she played only 7 games, but she basically beat up about 60 players yesterday, making that top 32.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was proving herself being better than about 60 players, which they are not the ones that you mess around. Not everyone. We saw some like casual players trying out, and we love to see that, but the level of competition yesterday was definitely in a really good spot. And there's a whole bunch of UK people that, even if they missed some games because of the lift, they still went through.
I don't think we ever talked about on stream yesterday, 2 players missed out and unfortunately weren't able to play their last game because they were trapped in a lift.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we checked the rule books at length. There is no guidance about what to do if you have players currently being held hostage.
Yeah, and also we have a very strong showing from Berlin. Berlin is always, when they come in to Poland, they are always a force to be reckoned with.
Can I ask you to check the melee.gg again?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing definitely wrapped up.
Let's see. There are some 2 zeros. Yeah, there's 1, 2.
Oh, and we found this out yesterday. You can have more than 16 matches in a single view on melee.gg.
Yeah, but we only need 16.
No, we only need 16, but we found this out too late.
Yeah, unfortunately, as we are seeing, like, she's trying to calculate all of the lines. The problem is now that it's very tough, but that Cinderella shift line absolutely broke the game for her. Absolutely broke the game for her. She was in a driver's seat. Until that shift line.
I will say, this is a deck list that we've talked about maybe doing some like lecture content where we're literally going to, with our own players, talk through these different deck lists. This Steel Song needs to go up there because this is, hey, you will face wild cards. How do you deal with this?
Yeah, exactly.
That happy line, no one expected a shifted Cinderella. Dog line, no one expected a shifted Cindy out of dog.
I was thinking of Gans who played
but then playing it to usually boost the Simba. Like, it's...
You because first you lowered the shift line, and then it's a shift line, so you're basically playing an 8-cost character in 4th turn. It's like... She just decided to play whatever she does.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
No, it's a lethal.
It's a lethal, yeah, just double checking. She got a goat, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cinderella or Gantu needs to go. Unfortunately, there's absolutely no damage. Oh, that was a side event. Unfortunately, there's no damage to deal with it. Yeah, she's trying to discuss it openly with her opponent. That's fine. If they're both fine with that, that's absolutely the thing that you can do. Yeah, she just calculated like, okay,
Cinderella
I can take out Mufasa
without direct removal. That Cinderella's going nowhere.
Yeah, and also, even if banishing Mufasa would stop the lethal, we need to remember that Mufasa is pulling something from the deck.
She's scooping.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, take out Mufasa. Let's see what is hiding there. Really good. Really good.
I will go and ask him if they'd like to do a quick interview.
Yes. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. Mi się tu wczoraj widziałam, tylko byłam z siostrą.
Tak. Co tam? Niestety. Strasznie ciężka gra.
Tak.
Bardzo nieprzyjemny matchup. Bo muszę przyznać. Sam gram dokładnie tą kombinację kolorów. I ten matchup jest straszny.
Ze Steel Songiem jeszcze ta powinnam była zabić tą małą Cinderellę, a przeoczyłam
to by się
tak
spodziewał,
naprawdę.
że agro będzie jednak grało shift i w 4 będzie dog wyciągał Cindy. No tak siedzieliśmy właśnie z Benem i rozmawialiśmy o tym. To w zasadzie absolutnie złamało tą drugą grę.
Tak.
Byłaś na prowadzeniu, miałaś to tempo w drugiej grze, było okej, było widać, że dobra, jakby w miarę
ogarniam, ale
pozwalamy jakby grać przeciwnikowi, ale my gramy swoje. No i niestety weszła ta Cinderella.
Tak.
I później ten Mufasa, który w zasadzie blokował.
Tak, bo Cinderella, tak, ale i ten Gantu tak naprawdę.
Yeah. Tak, Gantu, który powoduje, że nieważne co usuniesz i tak jest to koniec gry w następnej. Niestety.
Niestety, ale cieszę się, że mogłam tu przyjść.
My się bardzo cieszymy, że mogłaś zagrać. Mogę ci tylko powiedzieć, że przeciwniku, któremu grałaś, jest bardzo dobrym zawodnikiem z Wrocławia. Spotkałem go już parę razy na turniejach, więc no shame. Jakby,
nie miałam szans za bardzo. Znaczy, może miałam, ale...
Szansa była zawsze, ale niestety był to bardzo ciężki matchup i bardzo dobry przeciwnik. No ale nic, świetny wynik. Podsumowując w ogóle cały turniej, jak Ci się podobało?
Bardzo mi się podobało. To był mój pierwszy większy turniej, bo normalnie chodziliśmy na ligi do sklepu z grami. I jestem bardzo szczęśliwa, że tu przyjechałam.
Super. Bardzo się cieszymy. Bardzo się cieszymy też, że udało Ci się wejść, w ogóle wygrać wczoraj. Jak się czujesz z tą wygraną? Bo w zasadzie nie mieliśmy okazji. Szybko tylko powiem o tym. Wczoraj mieliśmy podsumowanie Ligi Juniorskiej, którą wygrałaś, dostając się dzisiaj. Jak z tą Ligą Juniorską w ogóle? Jak tam poszło? Czy grałaś bezpośrednio z kimś?
Nie, z juniorów z nikim nie grałam.
Okej, czyli bezpośrednio żadnego meczu nie było, ale razem z siostrą przywiezłyście do domu pierwsze i drugie miejsce. Tata podejrzewam, że jest dumny.
Tak.
Mama też. Mama też, oczywiście, że tak. Wszyscy są dumni i zadowoleni. Krótki moment. Ben, how are we doing on the Sharpie?
The blue side work, we just
okay.
On the card, not the sleeve.
Ponieważ jesteś tu z nami drugi raz, możesz sobie wybrać również kartę. Wczoraj też już jedną podpisywałaś, ale dzisiaj jakbyś mogła ją podpisać z dopiskiem top 32.
Okej.
Będziemy wiedzieć dokładnie, skąd ta karta się wzięła.
Wczoraj był Pluto, a dzisiaj jest...
To dzisiaj będzie Simba mały, super. Już Ci go wyciągam.
A to nie pisze.
O, nie pisze?
No.
Okej. Aniu, on nie pisze.
To...
Nie, jest złamany, nie działa. No, it's broken. All right. Yeah. Okay. Proszę Cię bardzo. Super. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję.
Bardzo się cieszymy, że przyjechałaś. Zapraszam ponownie i powodzenia.
Będę.
Dzięki. All right. So we have our first interview. And now my colleague is going to jump in with the second player. Shoot yourself.
Yeah.
We're playing CSI Sharpies. Someone stole our Sharpies. Hello.
Hi.
Great game. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So we watched, I made jokes about it earlier, we watched a lot of mirror matches last night of red-blue. We said the issue with red-blue is if I said to you, guess the first 10 cards in a red-blue deck, you probably could. And I said, guess the next 10 cards, and you probably could. Mm-hmm. And then I said, but again, guess the next 10 cards, you can't. There is a red-blue, and it's good, and that's it. Steel Song, if I say guess the next 10 cards, you still can, and it appears that you are playing with those sets of guesses. In no world did I ever see the dock turning into a shifted Cinderella, because it's just a line we don't see. So just talk to me about how you built this deck, because I've not seen a Steel Song deck like it.
It's not particularly Steel Song.
No.
Because there's no many songs in it. First of all, I'm playing a lot of Mufasa deck since the start of the game. So I was playing Amber Red, Amber Ruby, then Emerald-Amethyst last season, and now I shifted into Amber Steel, and I built everything around it. So to be honest, I found something similar. Amber Steel deck with Mufasa, and I shifted it a little bit just to get a little more draw. But what's important, you need to have tempo, yeah, because it's an aggro deck basically. You have a lot of value from the early cards. like Lawrence, like Mr. Smith. So you can get a lot of lore at the beginning of the game, and the card still stays on the board because they have a lot of willpower. And the opponent has to deal with them some like, so he needs to think. And people often are used to play in some way they thought before.
Do you think, though, playing that one-drop Cinderella gives, at least for a turn or two, the illusion of Steel Song to maybe misdirect your opponents?
Yeah, that was the reason I was playing in the second game. So in the first game I had the Stormy John, and I was thinking that if it's the case I'm playing against Emerald-Amethyst, then it would be a great card at the start of the game. But if not, then that's this illusion.
So I'm going to keep calling it a Steel Song deck, but I'm going to call it, in the same way, it's a Steel Song illusion, in the sense that you are giving off Steel Song energy, which means your opponents will certainly apply a certain strategy, and then they go, where are the songs? Where are the songs? And I think we talked about that she kept going wide, and we believed it was to create multiple targets for your songs that weren't coming. And I think actually she kept cards in play like the Chernobog followers that she could have got rid of them to give herself more chance to have something on the board to bounce, to use the foxes for, the snakes, etc.
Yeah.
But she's then just exposing herself to an entire attack, and I think it's a very interesting strategy.
Yeah, exactly. And my opponent was playing around whole new world
that you don't have, I'm guessing.
And I'm not having
I've done that myself as well, so that was a lot of fun. 2 questions and left. What is your favourite card in your deck? It sounds like Mufasa.
It's obviously Mufasa.
Is there a card that you... I have all my cards in boxes. I wish it was better organised. It's not. But I have a set of cards on my desk because when the new sets drop, I'm hoping that I can play them. What is in that pile for you? What cards are you are looking at going soon? Soon.
Okay. There are 2 cards. I'm trying to build something around Morph, obviously, and the second one is now I forgot its name. It's my favorite card. It's the Sapphire card that let both players to play 2 cards into the inks.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, oh yeah, I do know. Yeah. Interesting. Do you think it's? What are you hoping from that? I love Morph, and I would love to see more Morph mechanics. Why that giving your opponent that capabilities as well?
You know, I'm thinking about cards like when you play something into the ink, then you gain something like Raya, like Grammatala,
Chica, for example. Yeah,
Chica, for example. So at this point, you are cheating in some way.
Yeah. And I think the reality of it is most people look at that and go, I don't want to give my opponents the ability to ink 2 cards.
Yeah,
but for a lot of decks, that doesn't help because actually they need the cards in hand. So aggro doesn't want extra ink.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Okay, it's very interesting. Last thing we're going to do is we have been, and I'm going to show it on the screen here, all the players that we have had on stream. We've had them sign a card and we're creating a little library.
Nice.
So what we have is one of every common and uncommon from Azerite Sea, but no duplicates. So the card you sign is your signed card to go into our museum.
Brilliant.
All I ask is can you sign your name and just write top 32 because that's where we can show where you are.
Do I have to choose a card?
Choose whatever card you would like, based on what's left, because we've obviously been sort of feeding them out.
I have my favorite right now. Okay, that's another one. Okay, but I go with Moana.
Fantastic, great card. This card has actually come out of a lot of, when people have been going through, they've been pulling that Moana card out a lot and then going, no, I'll do this one. So it's good to see it finally get signed. It's been an absolute pleasure. We will hopefully see you on the table again today. Oh, sign the card itself. Don't worry about this. Actually, the
card.
Yeah, just because it means that we can see it. And
good luck for the rest of your day.
Thank you very
Hopefully we'll see you again in maybe in a couple of games' time.
I hope.
No worries. It's been a pleasure. Do you mind just writing top 32 for me as well?
Top
just so we know.
32.
Yeah.
What?
Anywhere on the map, it doesn't matter, just because effectively we can show where the top 32 started.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll see you
Thank you.
soon. Thank you. My co-host will then suddenly appear so that we can wrap up the video.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day. And with that, top 32 done. Top 32 done with quite a lot of time to spare. He went for the Moana. We've seen that Moana be pulled out of so many people's, I might sign that card.
Yes.
And no one's playing
And no
it.
one did it. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you so much. That was round 32. I've been Ben.
I'm Michael.
It's been good to watch some good games again.
Yes. I'm happy. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm really sleepy, but excited.
Right. See you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Bye-bye.